Today's threat to our national security is not a matter of military weapons alone. We know of new methods of attack. The Trojan horse, the fifth column that betrays a nation unprepared for treachery. Spies, saboteurs, and traitors are the actors in this new strategy. These dividing forces are undiluted poison. They must not be allowed to spread in the new world as they have in the old. Our moral and our mental defenses must be raised up as never before against those who would cast a smokescreen across our vision.
Hello and welcome, fellow digital soldiers, to True Reporting. It is the 20th of August, and on today's podcast, well, the president was finally asked the question. He keeps dancing around it. I think we all know why, because they, at any moment, can place an FF on any one of this movement's followers. You can bet your bottom dollar on that. We're going to be going over that. We'll also be talking about this, if you can believe it or not. Donald Trump says he should get a third term. The left is terrified, my friends, and could he do it? He is the last president. Remember, read those books. Very interesting indeed. And this is just gross, guys. It's Netflix at its best, am I right? Netflix new show Cuties. Show sparks fury with highly sexualized drama about 11-year-old girls joining a twerk squad. Yes, you heard me right. This is what Netflix promotes. They don't like anything that's pro-family, pro-human, pro-God, anything like that. Doesn't make it onto their platform, but this certainly does. We'll also be talking about Steve Bannon. He's been indicted. A little bit of a breakdown. We're going to be going over some 8kun posts as well, and a whole lot more. So I hope you stick around, you enjoy yourselves, and always remember, my friends, it is always an honor for me to be on the front lines with you each and every day, because in the end, where we go one, we go all. Hey guys, I wanted to tell you about my sponsor, Noble Gold, and how much they help out this channel, and they can also help out you. You know, we all need a little cheering up at the moment. We are all practicing positivity, which is great. Well, what if your financial worries right now could go away? What if you could get your money away from risky stocks and into your own retirement account? Gold is up over 16% so far this year, and the Dow is down around 10%. Very interesting. What they are offering is a rare America the Beautiful silver coin. With any qualified IRA, you will receive one of these coins for free. You can't beat that. This is a limited edition silver coin. This is one of the most beautiful coins ever made in and for America, and you can get it for free. This would be a great thing to have and maybe gift to somebody, correct? Make sure you tell that True Reporting sent you so you can qualify for this free silver coin offer. This offer is only for July, so make sure you can call right away and don't let this slip through your fingers. Visit noblegoldinvestments.com or call them today at 877-646-5347 and get the ball rolling in July. Thanks, guys. I hope you enjoy the podcast and have a beautiful day. All right, guys, it's good to have you aboard. Before we get into today's podcast, would you please go ahead and subscribe to my backup channel, True Reporting 2.0. I would greatly appreciate it. Follow me on Twitter at True Reporting, and don't forget to leave a like. Guys, it is so important to do each of these things because we know that this channel is on heavily censorship. We already know that, and it's always great for me to be here with you each and every day. Always know that as well. And with that being said, my friends, let's go ahead and hop into today's show. This is True Reporting. So we actually had another drop early this morning at about 2 a.m. as we can see here, and it says nothing no more than fifth column. Well, I did a little digging on 8kun and came up with this, the fifth column, which was what the actual intro video to this podcast was about. In infiltration over invasion. We have been infiltrated from within. The fifth column is China. As we can see here, have Western universities become China's fifth column in the West? As the Foreign Policy magazine alleged, China has never thought about penetrating Western universities, nor will the country do so in the future. But in the eyes of some malicious U.S. elites, the academic highlands that they are proud of have been compromised to their values to China. This is also an excuse the elites use to instigate academic decoupling with China. It says here, it seems that the U.S. elites have not only lost confidence in the academic sector, but also have become distrustful of their own culture and even their system. Foreign Policy on Wednesday published an article with an eye-catching title and quote, "It's time for Western universities to cut their ties to China. We all know what these elite schools are doing. Think of Stanford. Think of Harvard. They create three-letter agency people. You know what I'm saying? They create spies right from under our noses. Why do you think that all of these celebs and all these people who are in the media go to these schools? People who make it big go to these schools, then find their way into the media, find their way into Hollywood. It's because they groom them. That's what it's all about, guys. It says here, but the content is unsurprisingly inane. The article is full of worn-out cliches and groundless accusations. Even the U.S. State Department's apparent political move to designate the Confucius Institutes of the U.S. Center as a foreign missions is used as one argument. The article appears to worry about the university's autonomy, but the real intention is political. It always is. Many U.S. elites see doing business with China, getting entertained through the China-developed TikTok, and understanding China by the Confucius Institutes as threats to their country. What is wrong with the indomitable U.S. elites who now shiver with the mere mention of the word China? Where is their confidence? Where has their cultural tolerance gone? The cultural tolerance, where has it gone? Being inclusive has been one reason for the United States' status as the world's number one, but such an image is collapsing, with U.S. elites becoming increasingly conservative and protectionists, hyping U.S. superiority and reiterating the, in quote, America First doctrine. This mentality has hindered the U.S. from keeping its advantage, while the loss in the areas like innovation has further blown the U.S. elite's confidence, making them more paranoid and hysterical. This whole thing we're talking about is about the elite left. They need U.S. universities to increase interactions with China. Such exchanges that increase academic diversity can help U.S. and universities gain more inspiration and achieve more breakthroughs in research. It is the same for other Western universities as well. The explosive growth of people-to-people exchanges between China and the U.S. in recent years is a result of the two countries' demand for reciprocal learning. Cutting ties with China will break off the benign atmosphere for promoting American academic development and hinder the progress of science, culture, and education in the United States. In an attempt to push forward academic decoupling, the Trump administration suspended the Fulbright program, an international educational exchange program that was established by the U.S. in 1946. Margaret Lewis, a professor of law at Seton Hall University in New Jersey and a former recipient of the Fulbright program, described the move as, in quote, shooting ourselves in the foot to say we're going to understand the PRC less. Nonetheless, a misunderstanding of China is probably what some U.S. elites want. Only when there are fewer Americans who know what the real China is like can the U.S. elites better play their tricks to deceive the people and achieve their political goals by creating new disputes to maintain tensions between China and the U.S. This is what it's all about, guys. They groom us. They spy on us. It is infiltration over invasion. This is pretty much the main topic of today's show. Moving forward. Well, we finally made it to the day, my friends, where the president has been asked the question we've been waiting for almost 3 years, over 3+ years, to hear this. I want to bring this video in so you can hear it. I'm sure most of you already have. And then we will get into the reason why he dances around actually answering the question and acknowledging. He did acknowledge us for the most part, but as soon as he says that he backs this movement and it's 100% legitimate, there will be an FF like you have never seen before, and it will be involved with someone who is a sleeper cell that will besmirch and taint this movement to the core. They already know it's real. The enemy knows it's real. The alliance knows that it's real. They have to play this precisely or it's all for nothing. And guys, with that being said, let me go ahead and bring in this footage. If you have not seen it yet, it is quite amazing, to say the least.
During the pandemic, the QAnon movement appears to be gaining a lot of followers. Can you talk about what you think about that and what you have to say to people who are following this movement right now?
Well, I don't know much about the movement other than I understand they like me very much, which I appreciate. But I don't know much about the movement. I have heard that it is gaining in popularity, and I've heard these are people that love our country and they just don't like seeing it. So I don't know really anything about it other than they do supposedly like me.
At the crux of the theory is this belief that you are secretly saving the world from this satanic cult of pedophiles and cannibals. Does that sound like something you are behind?
Well, I haven't heard that, but is that supposed to be a bad thing or a good thing? I mean, you know, if I can help save the world from problems, I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to put myself out there, and we are actually. We're saving the world from a radical left philosophy that will destroy this country, and when this country is gone, the rest of the world would follow. The rest of the world would follow. That's the importance of this country.
So guys, as you can hear from the president's mouth, he says, hey, these are people that love our country. And then the reporter comes in and says, you know that these people believe that you're saving the world and you're eradicating pedos and Satanists and cannibals. And how does he respond? Is that a bad thing? They are doing this in real time, my friends. This has become a real situation. We are the news now. We are the mainstream media, and it is beautiful. He also ends, and this is actually coming from Mel Q. Please follow her at Little Mel. I would really appreciate it. She comes on the show sometimes. He ends by saying this: when this country is gone, the rest of the world will follow. Q+. Those are the words that he says within that press conference. It says here, if America falls, the world falls. This is post 2039 from August 31st of 2 years ago, actually. And that is from 17+, as we can see here. United we stand. God bless you all. If America falls, the world falls. Exactly the same thing that he said in that press conference, my friends. And right now is to get behind this movement, to take our country back, to take the world back, to free humanity and make this place so much better for our children and grandchildren as well. So speaking on the subject of the president talking about 17 and the movement and this this and that, we could see here coming at us from Julian's Rum. Please follow him at Julian's Rum, from Jared Holt. Not sure who that guy is. I'm pretty sure that he's just a bigwig on Twitter. He definitely has a check mark. He says exclusive. And Julian's Run says, here it comes. Exclusive. A 17 supporter in Texas got in her car and went hunting for you-know-whats, chasing strangers on the road. She cornered a 19-year-old believing they were trafficking children and attacked them repeatedly. Then we can see here coming at us from our good friend Pepe Lives Matter, replying says, imagine my complete shock. It's almost like they had an FF waiting in the wings. This is what they were going to do. This is why the president dances around it. This is why the press secretary, she dances around it, because they know that it's real, and they cannot get one of us pinned on this for doing an FF that will completely decimate the entire movement. This has got to be thought out strategically. It has to be done precisely. So again, this is from today at 5:35 p.m., a couple hours ago. Here it comes. They're trying to pin an FF on us. Just be careful. If you see something, say something, please. Moving forward, this is from a couple days ago, from the 18th. It says, believe it or not, this is from CNN, so let's try not to throw up here. Believe it or not, Donald Trump says he should get a third term. We are going to win 4 more years, the president says. Trump said at a rally in Oshkosh, Wisconsin on Monday, a couple days ago. And then after that, we'll go on for another 4 years because they spied on my campaign. We should get a redo of 4 years. My friends, read the book, The Last President. It is absolutely uncanny, the things that take place in that book. I believe that a lot of strange things have happened. I do not want to get conspiratorial with you. But again, what if he gets a third term? It would be the first time, I believe, ever, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, what Trump is proposing is banned by the Constitution. Okay, so, which limits presidents to serving 2 terms. You can hear the panic in their voices. If Trump lost in 2020, he could theoretically run again in 2024. There is no, in quote, redo provision in the Constitution for extraneous circumstances surrounding a president's first term. And even if there was, Trump's allegations that he deserves a third term because, in quote, they spied on my campaign wouldn't pass any sort of smell test. You see how they demean things and minimalize things? They're pseudo-intellectual. They pretend to be these kind people that lure you down and say, oh, trust us. We talk soft and we talk nice and we're good people. But we all know that they're agents. I say it time and time again. You can see how they attack. They're relentless on our president. The president just losing his brother or younger brother. They don't light up. They don't lighten up on him. They are relentless, and they will continue to until he is out of office. But could there be a third term? He does hint at it. Is he trolling them? Is he foretelling the future? I do not know. But this is what I do know, is that we will win 2020. It will be a landslide, and it is going to be red states galore. And I believe that indictments are coming, 185,000 of them. We also have the Durham probe coming. This is going to be a landslide. D5, my friends, you know it as well as I do. I want to show you this. This is absolutely disturbing. This is why I deleted Hulu. This is why I deleted Netflix. This is why I deleted my cable, because of stuff like this. This is gross, The Sun says, thesun.uk. Netflix new show, it's called Cuties. Aw, sparks fury with highly sexualized drama about an 11-year-old girl joining a twerking, in quote, twerking squad. Just look at these pictures. I'm not going to touch on this very long. The French film has been blasted for sexualizing girls, and a petition to have it removed from Netflix has fetched 20,000 signatures in one day. Look at this, my friends. This is what they push. Hey, it may get taken off of Netflix, but why would Netflix in the first place have it on their platform? That's the problem. That's the problem I see. Cuties, September 9th. I bet it airs. I bet you $100 it airs. Throughout the film, the girls aged 11 are pictured in tight clothing and performing sexualized dance moves. You can see the pictures here. You can see, look at this, my friends. This is what a you-know-what gets off to every day. It's sick. The movie explores the world of Amy, an 11-year-old girl raised in a traditional Senegalese, oh my goodness, Muslim household who had a dream to join a group of dancers named the Cuties at school. I will leave it at this. This is absolute grooming. This is what they do. This is what Nickelodeon does. We've already looked into it. This is what Disney does. Netflix, you name it. They all do it. Get rid of it. It's poison for you. It's poison for your children. I hope you can see that. I hope your eyes are awake, because it's sickening to say the least. And remember, they can have movies out there. I believe it was called The Hunt, where they go out and search and kill and hunt. They hunt and kill conservatives or Trump supporters. Remember that got pulled from movie theaters and it came right back out. They could pull this. They could leave it up. Doesn't make a damn difference to me. All I can say is that this should never even be on any sort of platform, and whoever wrote this should be investigated. Whoever had anything to do with this film should be investigated, and that's the bottom line. Moving forward, my friends, I want to leave you with this, talking about Steve Bannon being indicted. I found this very interesting. Coming at us from Catherine Herridge. She's at CBS, okay? It says here, Bannon indicted. Law enforcement sources tell CBS News news, a yacht on which Bannon was arrested is registered to a Chinese billionaire Guo. The yacht is 152 feet long. Very strange to put that in there. Who cares, right? The U.S. Coast Guard assisted federal investigators from the Southern District of New York, plus agents from the U.S. Postal Inspection Service made the arrest. Again, the United States Postal Service, and we have the Southern District of New York. We all know that Bill Barr has freed that up so that we can actually get investigations going. That is where the Anthony Weiner laptop is. That is where the Clintons are stationed. A lot is happening. So check this out. Speaking of the Clintons, keep in mind 152. Postal Inspector investigative powers included online fraud, electronic crimes, fraud schemes, and other crimes that may occur online involving misuse of the mail using computer communications in schemes to defraud. Post 152. Remember this. Go back up. Very strange for this number, for this sentence to be in there. The yacht is 152 feet long. Very strange. Going down to 152. Child trafficking victims who spent their formative years servicing the carnal desires of men, often foreigners, who are 3, 4, 5, 6 times their age. Their madame tells them that many of their customers are Western humanitarian workers who come here to help rebuild Haiti. Haiti, remember? Now we're talking about the Clinton Foundation. After the recent run of natural disasters, the more you know, okay? August 15th, 152. We scroll down a little bit further. This is far from a vigilante group. These people are leading the team is an ex-Department of Homeland Security Special Agent Tim Ballard says that perhaps America's foremost human trafficking expert, the problem in Haiti is an international crisis. Ballard explains, with so many children displaced or orphaned during the recent earthquake and hurricane, recruiters moved quickly to sweep these children up. And the worst part of it all is in that in many cases, the clients are the foreigners who have come here to help. The NGO workers and the so-called humanitarians. These people are pure evil. Hunters become the hunted. The more you know. They go on to say, boom, patriots fight in the 17 post 152. Think past arrests. Flynn, Manafort, Cohen, Stone, and now Bannon. This is how you set up a future narrative. Everyone celebrating Bannon's arrest will have a rude awakening when the Clinton Foundation and many others are held to the same standards. Logical thinking. This is the plan in action. The yacht, in quote, is 152 feet long. Is a very bizarre statement. Check the post. Patriots Fight, number 152. This is all about Haiti and the Clinton Foundation. Guys, I've said this time and time again, that in all cases, when all this leads to Barack Obama, when these emails come out, because eventually they will, all of this leads back to the Rothschilds, to the Rockefellers, to the Vatican, to the Queen, to other countries worldwide. This is an international mob game. You have to understand that, and I believe that you do. It leads all the way to the top, my friends. Then, and only then, once we take them out, eradicate them, we can reclaim our planet. It is going to be a beautiful thing for our children and grandchildren and our lineages. This I can promise you. If you found this informative and you enjoyed it, please subscribe to this channel. You can follow me on Twitter at TRUreporting, and don't forget to leave a like. My friends, as usual, it is always a pleasure for me to be on the front lines with each and every one of you every single day, because in the end, as we all know, where we go one, we go all. Guys, if you found what you just watched informative and you enjoyed it, then please subscribe to the True Reporting family today. There are many ways to support this channel, like our Patreon link, our PayPal link, and our TrueReporting.us official website link in the description box below. Join the True Reporting family today and be a part of history, because where we go one, we go all.